Hello, everyone. Imagine you're watching a thrilling movie. Just when you think you know what's going to happen next, there's a surprising twist that leaves you on the edge of your seat. Crafting a compelling plot in your writing can create that same exciting experience for your readers. Today, we'll learn how to build a plot that keeps readers engaged and wanting more. Understand the essential components of a compelling plot. Learn different plot structures and their applications. Explore techniques for building tension and conflict. Discuss how to balance subplots with the main plot. Understand the importance of pacing and how to manage it effectively. Essential components of a compelling plot. Every compelling plot has certain key elements that make the story progress. Exposition. This is where you introduce your characters and the basic situation. It's the foundation of your story. Inciting incident. An event that changes the status quo and sets the main plot in motion. It's the start of your story. Rising action. A series of events that create tension and build up to the climax. Each event should intensify the conflict and develop your characters further. Climax. The turning point of your story. It's the moment of greatest tension where the protagonist faces their biggest challenge. Falling action. Events that follow the climax and point towards the resolution. It's where loose ends start to get tied up. Resolution. The conclusion of the story where conflicts are resolved, and the story comes to a satisfying end. Example, in The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, we are introduced to Katniss and her world. The event that sets the story in motion is when she volunteers to take her sister's place in the Hunger Games. The rising action covers her preparation and the games themselves. The climax is her and Peeta's final confrontation with the Capitol. The falling action deals with their return home. And the resolution hints at the broader conflict to come. Different plot structures. There are various plot structures you can use, each with its strengths. 3-act structure. This classic structure divides the story into 3 parts: setup, confrontation, and resolution. It's a framework. Hero's journey, popularized by Joseph Campbell. This structure involves stages like the call to adventure, crossing the threshold, and return with the elixir. It's common in epic tales and fantasy genres. Freytag's pyramid, also known as the dramatic arc. This structure includes exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and denouement. It's useful for creating a balanced and satisfying narrative. Example, Star Wars: A New Hope follows the hero's journey structure, with Luke Skywalker receiving the call to adventure, facing various trials, and ultimately returning as a hero. Building tension and conflict. Tension and conflict are crucial for keeping readers on the edge of their seats. Here are some techniques to build them. Foreshadowing. Hinting at events to come can keep readers guessing. Pacing. Varying the pace of your story, slowing down for detailed scenes, and speeding up for action can heighten tension. Cliffhangers. Ending chapters or scenes on a cliffhanger compels readers to keep turning the pages. Conflict. Introduce internal and external conflicts that challenge your characters and move the plot forward. Example, in Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, the alternating perspectives and narrators create constant tension and suspense, making readers question what's real and what's not. Balancing subplots with the main plot. Subplots add depth and complexity to your story, but must be balanced with the main plot to avoid confusion. Relevance. Ensure subplots are relevant to the main plot and contribute to character development or theme exploration. Integration. Subplots should connect with the main narrative, allowing them to enhance the primary storyline. Resolution. Subplots should have their own arc with a clear resolution, complementing the main plot's conclusion. Example, in Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, the main plot centers on Elizabeth and Darcy's evolving relationship, while subplots involving Jane and Bingley, Lydia's scandal, and Charlotte's marriage add richness and depth to the story. The importance of pacing. Pacing is the speed at which your story progresses. Effective pacing keeps the reader engaged without feeling bored. Balance. Alternate between action-packed scenes and calmer moments to create a varied reading experience and allow for character development. Scene length. Shorter scenes can increase the pace, while longer scenes can slow it down. Climax placement. Ensure your climax is well-timed. Too early, and the story might lose momentum. Too late, and readers might lose interest. Assignment: create a storyboard for a novel using index cards or a digital tool like Storyboard That. Outline the three-act structure, including key plot points, turning points, and the climax. Arrange the storyboard visually to show the flow of the story. Suggested reading: to further develop your plotting skills, I suggest reading Plot and Structure by James Scott Bell. It's an excellent resource for understanding the mechanics of crafting a compelling plot. Closing thought: crafting a compelling plot is like designing a puzzle. Each piece must fit perfectly to create a story. A well-constructed plot not only entertains, but also allows your characters to develop and highlights your themes. Keep experimenting with different plot structures and techniques, and don't be afraid to challenge your characters. Your readers will thank you. Happy plotting!